I mean, it's a pleasure to have you out here in Highland Park because I know we don't usually get artists as big as yourself out here, you know what I mean? So
I'm grateful to be here, and on behalf of Stone's Throw and my good friend and partner Jay Dilla. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm grateful to be here, to be here in Highland Park for this event with Stone's Throw, and on behalf of the late great Jay Dilla, my friend and partner. Yeah, I'm here.
We know that you're one of the greatest MCs, but what do you look for in beats?
I've been able to work with a lot of great producers, from No ID to Jay Dilla to Kanye to Questlove to Premier to Pete Rock to Pharrell to some of the greatest. I've gotten beats from. Anyway, it's Karriem, Riggins, funny dude as he walks in on cue. And,
great stuff on drums, great set. Yeah.
I just look for something that motivates me and inspires me in beats. Like something that makes me want to write. Like that's really all it is. I mean, it starts with a soul to it. It's the spirit of the beat. It could be rugged, it could be like mellow, it could be dramatic. It's just whatever speaks to me. It has to speak to my soul. That's what I look for in beats.
What you say, y'all? I can't hear y'all. Keep it live, y'all. Over here, say. Now in the middle, say. Now over here, say. And everybody say. Over here, say. Now in the middle, say. And over here, say. And everybody say. All the ladies say. What the ladies say, and all the fellas say, hey, fellas, we gonna do a show like this, hey? Yeah, now all the ladies say, what the ladies say, and all the fellas say, hey, yeah, what the fellas say, hey, yeah, now all the ladies say, what the ladies say, and all the fellas say, yeah, what the fellas say, you can feel it in your low. I'm about to let my mind flow. Get your third eye go. Fuck the game, I should know. Yes, a nigga that's fresh as the best. Study this rap shit, no need to write tests. Feel it in your chest. Yo, B.I. can feel it in our breast.
And I remember reading when you said No ID that Ye was like trying to get beats to you back in the days, or you said, was you really feeling it at the time, or you said he wasn't really there? Because
I thought he was good, but it was like No ID had the sound, he had it perfected, he had it mastered. So what Ye was doing was he had a lot of good samples, and he just hadn't developed it yet. So it was like, if I had somebody that was already working towards mastery, and Ye was still he was still in the process. But obviously he turned out to be able to be one of the greats. So I mean, it does take time, no matter what, no matter who you are.
And you was already elevated at that time. And as far as Dilla, you said that y'all was roommates. I mean, if you didn't mind just touching on that, because some people kind of knew about that, and that was one thing we was talking about.
Well, yeah, I mean, I met Dilla probably around 96 at Q-Tip's house. 95 at Q-Tip's house. And from there, we was cool. We started, I started going to Detroit sometimes with the Roots, when they would go during the holidays and start working on music. Then Dilla came. Actually, in '96, Dilla flew to Chicago and gave me some beats. So and then we started going to Detroit. And then we started working on Water for Chocolate.
Grammy nominated too, right? Yeah, classic.
Yeah, started working on that. I would go to Detroit all the time. And we just formed a real good bond. He worked on Water for Chocolate and Electric Circus. And then when he was dealing with the sickness, he moved out to LA, and we was roommates out here. And we just, he was making beats in our front room, and healing up and doing the best he could, and still just creating and making beats. So that's where we stayed out here in LA, and that's my brother.
Is that how you got the connection to Stone's Throw, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely because Dilla was doing a lot of stuff that he was releasing on Stone's Throw. So that's how I got the connection. I met Wolf at that time, and yeah, man, that was the story.
You know,
them would come through the crib,
right.
come around. Like Madlib would come around. They was touring actually, doing shows. Madlib and Dilla. And even one time Kanye came through and Dilla gave him some drums. This record with some dope drums. And they acting like, man, he was like, man, he had got the jewels from a god, you know what I'm saying? Which he did. 'Cause Dilla,
right.
He was so happy to get that record.
1 or 2. Just go ahead, just fill it with my Let's go, dummy.
Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. 1, 2, y'all, and you don't stop. Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. Until the beat comes, just to be the short shot. Come on.
I met this girl when I was 10 years old. When I love her, she got so much soul. She was old school. I was shorty. On a regular, not a church girl, she was secular. All about the money. I respected her. She hit me in the heart. I'm from New York, niggas, and then in the bar. She was there for me. I met for her, but I was there for her. Turn on the air and just loud, and listen to her. Shit go wrong. Wish that I could do eventually. If it was meant to be, it would be me related. Physically, mentally, she was fun then. I be king when she come around. Slow as fresh, yo, but she was underground original. Girl, I check with a down sister. Hey, yo, LA, I miss her. Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. 1, 2, y'all, and you don't stop. Yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. Yes, y'all. To the beat, hey, and you don't stop. Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, concepts will be the short shot. Come on. Man, we love this hip hop shit.